Welcome to the Billionaire Lifestyle podcast with your host, Emmett Muckles. Please visit iTunes, Stitcher, or emmettmuckles.com to listen to all the episodes for free.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Billionaire Lifestyle podcast. This is your host, Emmett Muckles. Come to Facebook, find Emmett's Billionaire Lifestyle podcast on Facebook. You can always go to iTunes and leave some comments and some stars and some remarks. Make it positive. And we are also available on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, and of course, you can stream it directly in your car or to your mobile device on Spotify Radio. If you have the Spotify app, just search for the Billionaire Lifestyle or Billionaire Lifestyle, and it'll come right up. You'll see my beautiful picture that was taken by Angular Photos. It was primo. Thank you, Rich, for that. And today, our topic is about money. And these are really quick. You know, when I make these things, I make them quick for you because I just want to get a quick message into you, give you something to think about, something that's probably in the back of your mind already, but it hasn't come to the forefront because it doesn't have that much of importance yet or an impact yet. It's not until something manifests in your life and that thing comes to the forefront. But what I want to talk about money is a really simple concept. Money is not about what you have to spend, but what you don't spend. Money is a resource, and we have not had a financial literacy course in the United States for students in school, college. If you have a financial literacy understanding, it usually comes from a mentor or parent or someone that you look up to who is doing something different and living a lifestyle that seems far more comfortable than everyone else is living. My big influence was a gentleman by the name of Nazi Abdallah. Now, let me tell you about this guy. He's an awesome guy. When I lived in the city of Detroit, and we worked together. But I realized something. I watched him. We worked the same job, and this gentleman had 4 children and a wife who did not work. And I remember he said, "My house is too small, so I am going to buy a new house." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "But I'm going to buy it cash." I was like, "How are you going to do that?" He's like, "The house that I want costs over $270,000. My house that I have is already paid for, but it's only worth $140,000. And I was like, "Well, how are you going to do that?" And he says, "Listen to me, my man." He's like, "The most important resource with money is to not spend it frivolously." Now, let's go back and let's think about what we spend our money on day to day. We have cell phone plans that we don't need. We have cable channels that we don't watch. We have all these little knick-knack things that accumulate monthly. So those $10 bills, and I mean like debts, $10 bills, those bills that you get that are like $30, $40, $50, $70 a month. If you have enough of those add up to be a couple $100 a month. Do you really need those? And the whole point of having money is to be safe and secure. It's kind of falling into the Maslovs hierarchy of needs, where you have your baseline level of safety where your body works well, you have shelter, you have food. And then once you get outside of the second level of Maslow's hierarchy of need, everything else is extra. You know, it's this culture. We are a very capitalist country, and it's buy, more. And that's not really true. We don't really need that much. If you are in the United States and you make over $32,000 or about $32,000, you are in the top 1% of the world's earners. Say that again, Emmett. If you make $32,000, you are in the top 1% globally of financial earners. So now it's time to start thinking about, what am I going to do? Now, I know depending on where you live, that can be a pittance because America can be very expensive and several other industrialized countries can be very expensive. But we are constantly bombarded with marketing that says we must spend our money to be happy, which is not true. We live as human beings. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience. So that's what you should concentrate on. And I'm not preaching to you. I'm just giving you the information that's transformed my life. Instead of spending on things, I save up for a rainy day and I save up so I can have these wonderful experiences. I've designed my life so that I can live via experiences and meet wonderful people, because the only thing that you take with you is the energy of your memories. Now, I can't prove that to you, but I know it intrinsically in my soul that the only energy you take is that living experience of the time. So here's the thing. Have a conversation with yourself. Do this. Go through your checkbook for the last 3 months. Go through your bank account for the last 3 months. Go through your credit cards for the last 3 months. If you have debt, you might have to start doing a debt snowball or a debt avalanche to get rid of that. And you're going to have to do without some things for a while. It's the winter months, so you're going to be a bit of a hermit anyway. So here's what you do. List out all your bills. And I've said this before in previous podcasts, and you're going to make 2 columns. You're going to have the must have with the things that you absolutely cannot do without. That's heat, food, shelter, safety. Everything after that, unless it's your kid's education, everything after that is pretty much an extra. I hate to say it, but we've been conditioned to think that extras are necessities. For instance, you have a car that's 5 years old. It runs fine. It may need maintenance, but you look on the TV, because this happens to me as well, and you see the new car, and you're thinking to yourself, I must have that. You don't have to have it. Your car runs fine. It literally runs fine. As a matter of fact, it's cheaper for you typically to get your car repaired and have a loaner car than it is for you to make car payments. Because nowadays, your car payments are going to be anywhere from $3,000 a year to $10,000 a year. That's not including insurance and other things that you have to deal with. So, having said that, buying a new car will cost you more money in the long and short term than getting the car that you have repaired or worked on or upgraded in the scheme of things. Now, you want to make sure that the things that you have contribute to your life and don't take away from your life, but sometimes just a little forethought will help you with that. For instance, I had this great deal on cable, and so I actually got cable boxes. And then I found out we don't even watch the cable. We watch our Google Play, or we watch YouTube, or we watch our Amazon Fire Stick. And we have not cut on the cable TV since Christmas. Literally, I think it was a little bit before Christmas. We literally have not watched regular television unless it was something that you can already get, like the news. Now, the news, you can get over the air. You can get an inexpensive antenna, and particularly if you live in a populated city, you will get more HD channels clearer with an antenna than you would with cable. I kid you not. I live in Indiana, which is out in the country, and I was getting 70 channels over the air with my antenna. Now, some of you are sports freaks, but there's cheaper options out there for you to save your money. Remember, it is not about what you spend, but what you don't spend, what you save. And what's going to happen is once you get used to this, you'll acclimate to it. You'll acclimate to automatically not spending money and saving it, that all of a sudden you will start to find out that your bills get less and you have more money at your access. So then you can have more experiences. You can take those trips outside the country. You can take your kids on vacations. You can afford them more experiences as well as your girlfriend, wife, family, however, but you can share experiences with people, and that is so very important. So remember, the theme of this is, it's not about what you make, it's not about what you spend, it's about what you don't spend in reference to money. Remember, everybody, someone loves you, and that love should start with yourself. So have that meditation, sit down, let the universe and God speak to you, because your mind is silent. We have too many things that are bombarding us nowadays, and you need that moment of solitude to connect back with that from which you come from. You must love yourself. It is an absolute, I know you might, some people think they got these insecurities, and I want you to just take that moment and look in the mirror. You are a special individual. I mean that you are special in so many different ways. You're wonderful. You are a miracle. 2 cells came together over a 9-month period. You gestated and became a full human being on this planet. Why wouldn't you love yourself? Totally. Understand all the beautiful things that work with you. I don't care if you were born with something weird with your body. You made it out. You're special. I have some little anomalies myself, but you know what? That's just me. And that's how a player's got to be. Remember, love yourself, because when you love yourself, then you can truly experience love with others and share that. Till next time. Peace.